What's up guys, it's your Super Players back at it again with another video, and this time is your host Tony G bringing you another market watch. And right now, set 12 pre-release just got dropped a week before the actual release date, and so we're gonna see the prices right now, what they're at and what they're going to be a week from now. So let's definitely take a look and dive into some of these cards that I think are worth mentioning and definitely worth looking at, just because who knows if they're gonna go up in price or will they drop. So let's get into it. So right now we have an overview of all the cards, and obviously I'm just gonna show you all of them, but then we're gonna dive into some of them. So here are the prices so we could look at it next week and see if it actually dropped or if it went up, some cards, if they were worth picking up. So let's start off with the secret rares. The secret rare, Supreme Kai of Time Space-Time Unraveler. Here it is. It's sitting at $199. One of the most expensive SCRs from the set. Everyone is saying this is probably the best one. Hit up in the comment section down below what you guys think, and let's get to it. And so $199 is the most expensive, the cheapest, and $299 is the most expensive. So you're looking at a $300 card if you want to get it now, or you want to get it for $200. So that is the price right now. I haven't found it on eBay just because eBay set 12 hasn't been officially released, so people aren't selling them for a high price just yet. So stay tuned for next week, like I said. And then we have Majin Incarnation of Demonic Evil. This is one of the few SCRs that aren't that expensive. I think it's a very powerful card. Like, I understand you have to use 3 energy for the counter, but that's like very convenient. It's your what is it, Swift Attack Retaliation Cooler. I think that's the name of the yellow one. That's 3 yellow. This is pretty much the same thing if you have it in your hand, which is phenomenal. If you have this card in your hand and you have 3 energy, this is pretty much a counter to your opponent. And not only that, he's a double strike, which is so good in my opinion. You officially stop your opponent from like going in or like you counter their counter, and the attack's gonna go in no matter what, whether you're trying to pressure them to 1 life or even just going for game for that triple strike, whatever it might be. This is that game winning card. This guy will definitely stop your opponent. And not only that, you got a double strike 40k crit on field after that, so you're making that attack go through no matter what. I think this card is awesome just because green has a counter, and there's a lot of good cards that go in with green that are double strike and do some crazy abilities also. And then we have Super Pycon Might Manifested, another great secret rare. This is the new blue SCR. People are still saying that they're going to be maining Hachiak, so we might not see this guy get a lot of play maybe, unless someone makes a really broken deck with this guy. And I think this guy's pretty strong. It says when this card attacks, your opponent reveals their hand and you choose 1 card from their hand and with an energy cost 7 or less, and place it in the bottom of the owner's deck, and then draw, and your opponent draws 1 card. I don't know, people are like iffy with it. And then not only that, he's dual attack, and if your leader card is blue, all of your energy is mono blue, and your opponent has 4 or more energy, play this card from your hand. If you do, choose all of your opponent's battle cards and return them to their hand. So it's a very powerful card. Sucks it's not deflect, but it will still be doing some major damage if you find it in your hand right away. But like I said, a lot of people aren't saying they're not going to replace their Hachiak for this guy, and this guy's still pretty strong, I think, depending on the deck you're playing. But I highly recommend keeping an eye on this guy. I think it might go down in my opinion. I don't think it's going to be used a lot, but if you're trying to get it at a cheaper price, I think you should wait a little bit longer. It is the cheapest SCR. It might actually go down a bit more, so definitely stay tuned on that one. We'll definitely dive into it next week as well. And then we have the next one is Gogeta Godspeed Demolisher. I like this card a lot just because you could evolve on top of a Gogeta with cost of 5. And then you there's a new Gogeta that's in this set that's pretty strong. And then you have the other Gogeta that's you bottom deck 2, draw 2 with the sparking ability. Great card. I don't know, pick and choose which one you want to use, but I think this guy is still very great card. And if your leader card is mono blue, when this card is played or your opponent activates a battle card skill, choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards and return them to their owner's hand. And if your card is mono blue and you have 6 or fewer cards in your hand, at the end of your opponent's turn, they choose 3 cards in their hand and place it in the rest in the bottom of any order. So you pretty much make them send 3 cards to their hand, to the bottom of their deck, which is great. Another card that I want to mention, they're all averaging about $14, so these are some cards that I don't know. Hit up in the comment section if they will get a lot of play or not. And then we have the next one is Launch the Pure Hearted. Very great card as well. Works very well with the launch deck, and people are like, I think people are saying that might be the new meta for red, and it's 1450. Great card. And yeah, 1450 is being the cheapest, and then the most expensive obviously probably going to be $16. So like I said, we're skimming through these to see what might be the most expensive card from this set, and I'm just doing a quick overview. Is it worth waiting? I think so, guys. So we're looking at some SPRs. I think this is one of those great unison cards. He's Rejuvenation. I'm sorry, no, he's not. It's just that you choose one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it when they activate counter, which is so good. It could be counter, skill, negate, anything, and you minus one of your opponent's battle cards. That's 15 power, or no, that's 15,000 power and KO it, which is great. It's once per turn, either. Yeah, so it's just once per turn. Very great ability. Oh no, it says when your opponent activates. Oh no, wait. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Let's keep going. But actually, no, it says if it's 15k or less, you KO it. So it's not even, it's auto. It's an automatic auto. So it's not once per turn. Wow, this card is so strong. And this card gains Rejuvenate, which is very great. If you remove 2 markers from this card, you activate its Rejuvenation, and it does some crazy abilities. So, like I said, another great Unison card. I think this might get a lot of play, so this might go down. We've been seeing the trend with a lot of Unison cards going down. They don't stay the price they do. So this might actually be a bit cheaper, guys. So I definitely think you guys should wait. A lot of these cards might go down in price. And yeah, so definitely wait on it. Just look at what their prices is. Like the new Sin Shenron, the 8-drop, is sitting at $17.61 being the cheapest, and the highest being $17. So yeah, I think you're better off just waiting a little bit. Maybe Sin Shenron might be the next yellow meta deck. Maybe. I don't know. People are still saying that. It still has a strong ability, but it gets nerfed by 1 card that stops it. It's a silver bullet to this specific deck. And I don't know. People are saying it's going to still see its play. I think this guy is amazing. If you guys don't know what this guy does, definitely look into it. It's so strong. Another SR that I wish I could have pulled, or I've gone. I haven't opened any boxes just yet, but I hope I pull this guy because this guy is so good. Like I said, look into it. I think this card might be the same price. I don't think it will go down. It's a very strong game finishing card. It might go down to $10. Some of these might stay the price they are. I don't think all of them will, but some of these cards are definitely worth the price that they are, and I think they might stay a little bit cheaper. But seeing how the trend with Unison Warrior has always gone down because they're not used a lot. Yeah, so it might be a bit cheaper, so I definitely recommend waiting on some of them. But here it is, $12.50 for King Piccolo Dimensional Conqueror. Very great card. Another card at $12.50 being the cheapest, and the highest still being probably like $13. So there you guys have it. So these are all the overview of the cards. They're all like at $12, $10. So I highly recommend waiting on it. And if you don't, then these are the prices that they are at if you want to get them right now. So definitely recommend waiting a little bit before you decide to get that card. So here it is. Hope you guys like it. Like, comment, subscribe if you're new to the channel. But we're definitely going to be diving into this next week to see what plummeted and what went up in price. So like always, from your host, Tony G, y'all stay super.